The only thing you depend on, oil, isn't it? Hey, yeah, you sell oil to import oil. You sell oil to import palm oil. You sell crude oil to import rice. You sell crude oil to import indomie. You sell crude oil to
Methuselah
import spaghetti.
Podcast,
You sell crude oil
bringing
to
the
import
gospel of
tomatoes.
Mazi
You sell crude oil to
Nnamdi
import
Kanu
fish.
to the world.
One day you start importing, of course, you're importing cups now, aren't you? You sell crude oil, you import everything. I have never seen a more lazy
live
than black.
and direct
Lazy.
on the 11th day of June,
Use your brain.
2015.
Just use it for once. Stop being lazy. That is why your children are drowning in the Mediterranean. That is why we are security guard, we are cleaners, we are taxi drivers. We do all mundane jobs in the world. Why are we doing it? Because where we come from is a mess. That's where you have degree, and then you are doing care work. Because your country is an absolute mess. Complete and shambolic mess is in. Oil prices are falling. Sell oil for everything else. Madam Okonjo-Iweala caught up in $1.95 million contract fraud by Yoruba people. And all this while, have you seen a Yoruba newspaper write about Fashola? Fashola stole over 100 billion when he was leaving office. No. How about Bola Ahmed Tinubu? He owns the Orient Hotel before you hit Lekki, the gate, the toll gate. On the right side is the, ShopRite. You know, those two twin hotels, shiny and very beautiful. It's owned by Timumbu. Has anybody questioned him? The answer is no. They ran a documentary and they stopped it overnight. He said he was suing them for 50 billion. The man is a thief. But let me tell you why I despise the race I come from, black people. I will tell you why. Because black people are the architects of their own downfall. Here you see a man getting away literally with defrauding everybody and murder. To
always know this. Whatever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says,
if you try the same nonsense in the USA, they will put you in jail and throw away the keys. So you will know that the law is the law. But welcome to Africa. Nothing is happening. They said Okonjo-Iweala 1.95. She's serving her country, the zoo, and they don't love her either. How Southeast and South failed Jonathan. Jonathan is an imbecile. Nobody failed Jonathan. Jonathan is the worst fool to ever hold an office in this world. But some of you will be feeling sorry for him. Oh, no, leave him now. Leave him. You're saying that because you're a black person and that's why you have no electricity in your house. That's why you're poor, no drinking water. You people allow sentiment to cloud your sense of judgment because you're being sentimental. I'm going to happen here. Oh, please leave him now. The man was a fool. The worst fool ever in this life is Jonathan. Have you been to Obibo? Jonathan is the president of the zoo. Enugu Iguacha Expressway, or Port Harcourt, some of you, is a federal road. Have you been to Obibo? I ask you. Travel from Obibo to Eleme. If you see Jonathan, you will stone him. You think calling him an imbecile is good? If you travel on that road now, if you see Jonathan, you will pick up a stone and stone this idiot to death. Jonathan is a complete fool. I hate to mention his name. That's how upset I am with him. Complete imbecile. Gunmen kill, of course. It won't be the zoo without
Podcast, bringing the gospel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu
people should
to
be coming
the
there to buy their organs. At least all the people that are killing will be useful. If Boko Haram now can invest in organ harvesting with India, so be harvesting all the organs. So when the organs get to India, they can screen it and see which one is good. The funniest thing, people then travel from the same zoo to India for transplant. Amazing stuff, isn't it? Black people, black. This UG, very, very black indeed. Lagos is not a no man's land, according to them. I love that news, I love it so much. Lagos will enjoy 24-hour power supply with Dangote's new move. Awasa man, he's no longer selling rice and potato and wheat. He's now dabbling into electricity. Everything is on Biafran crude oil. Amazing stuff. How are you going to do it, Mr. Awasa man? I remember Stella Odua when they knew how upset we were that they removed her as the aviation minister. They said they're going to build an aircraft maintenance center at Ogbaru. And I asked them, where is the airport or the airstrip that the aircraft due for maintenance will land? And there was none. They quickly shelved it. This idiot, do you know that before you can provide 24-hour electricity, you need to knock down almost 70% of the swarm dwellings in that hellhole called Lagos before you can make anything work? But of course, you're a black baboon. What do you know? They said 24-hour power supply. Maybe with generator. Who knows? As they were doing in Delta in those days, when you're coming into Asaba, you will see light everywhere. You think there's NEPA. You get to your house, there is no light. You don't know they're using generator to power electricity on the road. Only for the street light. Baboons and monkeys. Tinubu's wife refuses to shake hand with Saraki. So Tinubu has left. It's now more or less a royal family thing. After going and being a senator, you go out, your wife will go. After your wife, your son will go. After that, your stepson will go. Your stepdaughter
Always
will go.
know
Everybody
this.
will be going.
Whatever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says.
The wife is also enjoying immunity as they are stealing and looting. Because Tinubu has stolen money and put it in the wife's account. And you cannot probe the wife because the wife is a senator. So therefore immune from prosecution. Welcome to Black Africa. A professor at ABU has been killed by a mob that mistook him for Boko Haram because you can't blame the mob. Our side is Boko Haram. Boko Haram is our side. So if you see them, Alamajiri, if you can kill them, oh, well and good. Oh, well and good. That one is dead because nobody knows where he's coming from. Cleric advocates scrapping of security votes. Security vote is where they give money to idiots to take and enjoy as their pocket money. Every month, a governor, you receive 200 million. What you do with it is up to you. Most of you don't know that the zoo was set up to be run like an Awasa caliphate. Do you know that? Somebody has to be above the law. They are running the zoo like a feudal system of Awasa Fulani caliphate. The Sultan is the governor of the state. The governor can steal. The governor can decide not to pay salaries. The governor can decide to rape your daughter. The governor can decide to take your wife. The governor can do anything. Do you know what the law says? The law says anything the governor does whilst in power, nobody can arrest him, including murder. That is the only place such a law obtains in the whole world.
Methuselah Podcast, bringing the gospel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu
no
to
reason.
the world.
I just can't wake up in the morning and call somebody with 2 hands and 2 legs monkey or baboon unless you act like one. And I'm saying to you, do you know that a governor can come out and do whatever he likes? You can't arrest him. The law says he's immune. Exactly how they run our Fulani feudal society. And that is not democracy. What you have, the only democracy you have is that you say you are living in democracy. Even the process is being rigged anyway. It's fraud. Of course, you're black. You're naturally fraudulent. You are naturally very, very, you must steal because you're a black person. He gets Roshi. And in the 10 Commandments, he says, thou shalt not steal. You think that Chukwu Abiyama is blind? He said, thou shalt not steal. And you're stealing and you want him to bless you. You are insane. That's why all of you are poor. Very, very poor indeed. Ministry of Health Permanent Secretary escape arrest over 1.9 billion Ebola fund. Everybody's a thief. I told you, even Permanent Secretary. They are thieves. They are the elites of their society. But in office, they are kleptomaniacs. We must continue. This is Radio Biafra, live and direct from United Kingdom. I remember when those animal rights they were writing, I was about to travel to America. They wrote to CIA, they wrote to American Secret Service, they said Nnamdi Kanu is coming to America, he's a terrorist, he's threatening America, I'll try and arrest him. I went to America, I set up my equipment, I was broadcasting. Inside America, I was castigating them. Can you hear me? Who are you? What can you? You can't do anything. Chukwu Abiyama asked us to come. What can man do? Nothing. You'll be looking sheepishly. After that, you get away from our face and continue our work. We rejected
Always
50 million
this.
bribe according to
Whatever
police.
Mazi
Fraud
Nnamdi Kanu
everywhere.
says.
Goes. Everybody is a thief in the zoo. There is no decent person, including Yoruba pastors. The news in greater detail with the time now. Standing at 14 minutes past 8 on the 11th day of June 2015. This is Radio Biafra in Iguacha. People are vibrating. People are vibrating in Iguacha, as they should, of course. Isn't it ironic that Ikwere people are more Biafran than any other part of Igbo land? But if I told you before, some of you didn't believe me. I said, you see Niger Delta, they are more Biafran than all of you. You thought I was joking. Go and see what is happening in Iguacha now. People are listening. They are listening to their radio station. The best in the world. If you think there is any other radio station better than Radio Biafra, come and say it. The finest in the world. Even right now, you both are listening. white people that went to school. They are listening to us. The news in greater detail. A coalition of Yoruba groups, Pan-Yoruba National Alliance, has dismissed the notion that Lagos is a no man's land, including Igbo people. They said Lagos is a Yoruba land. The group therefore warned Igbo people in the state to be sensitive to the culture and sensibilities of the Yoruba. The group, which is a coalition of Yoruba youths,
bringing the gospel
drawn
of
from
Mazi
Odua
Nnamdi
Nationalist
Kanu
Coalition,
to the world.
Odua Liberation Movement, and Odua People's Congress, OPC, among others. Now, listen very carefully. Imam, when I tell you something, please do what I'm asking you to do for your own good. This is the same OPC that Owazurike is planning to bring next year to speak, so that people can say, oh, Gani Adams was there, didn't you see him? Owazurike Ifajuna Lebanya. God in heaven. This same OPC that you signed memorandum. Some of you don't know that Ifajuna signed a memorandum of understanding with so-called resource control chieftain militants to, say that they believe in one Nigeria, democratic Nigeria. I'm looking for that document. I'm going to release it. Emeka Gift and Prince Darlington, I want you to find that document for me tonight. I want you to find me the newspaper that carried that very news that said Ifajuna Owazurike Raphael Lebanya, where he signed memorandum of understanding with OPC Gani Adams. Do you know the funniest thing? The people carrying that placard saying Igbo should go are from OPC. Goodness me. Talk about people's erroneous judgment. They said this as some Igbo groups in Lagos tabled a 7-point agenda before Governor Akinwumi Ambode, demanding that he appoint some Igbo people into his cabinet. The Pan-Yoruba youths who took to the streets to protest on Tuesday warned that any attempt to marginalize the Yoruba in Lagos will be resisted. They remind me of Ikwere people when Yoruba were coming to Ikwere land to confuse them.
Always know this.
Man,
whatever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says
is your problem.
goes.
Yes, it's true. And then the Igbo man asked the Ikwere man, what wrong did I do to you? That house you are building at Diob. So you can see where Ikwere people learned that nonsense from. To an average black monkey in Africa, if you come into his territory as inward investment, the white people, they call it inward investment. If you bring investment to his land, it means you're marginalizing him. You're dominating him. Stupidity is a disease. Iberibe warrior. Wazirike went and got a deal with OPC. Today, OPC are saying that Igbo people should leave Lagos. Oh my goodness. A leader of the group, Mr. Akinwumi, said, this is a symbolic rally to warn against the assault on Yoruba heritage. We are sick of people, these Igbo people. We are sick of Igbo people who trample on our heritage, even though they make their millions on our territory. The Yoruba will no longer accept the conscious attempt to turn us into slaves in our own land. So an Igbo man building a 4-story building at Idioroko is turning you into a slave. He paid your money before he bought the land. Before he dug the foundation, he paid you money. At the first decking, you were paid. Roofing, you were paid. How is he turning you into a slave?
Methuselah Podcast, bringing the gospel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the world.
Black people. Wretched and very poor indeed. This is Radio Biafra. We continue. Igbo people. Build more houses now at the lagoon. Fill a swampy area with sand and then build on it. And then there is nothing in your father's compound in the village in the area. Useless, and you want me to respect you. Who is Igbo? Who is Igbo? Who is Igbo? In the area. Go and build more houses in Lagos now and Lekki face 1 billion. Or you go to Abuja and in Maitama and buy a piece of land, 500 million, then you build on it. Tomorrow you say you're in Igbo elite. Mad people. 14 foreigners from 4 different countries and 3 vessels were this morning arraigned before a federal high court in Lagos, southwest of the zoo, on 4-count criminal charge of conspiracy and unlawful dealing in petroleum products and storing petroleum products without lawful authority. I told you so. This is why Britain wants one Nigeria. Are you listening to me? The reason why they want one Nigeria is because these British vandals can go and steal oil without paying. These people, having listened to Radio Biafra, what we are telling them, confirmed it. They went there and they saw white people stealing oil. They are from everywhere. Everywhere across Europe, including Michael Bryan from England. Oh my goodness me. Very sad indeed, isn't it? Very sad indeed. This is why they want to, we respect the territorial integrity of Nigeria. So you can come and take oil without paying. Because the zoo in this present format is the most corrupt piece of territory on the earth. Corruption. Where poverty
always
can lead
know
a mother
this.
to give away the 9-year-old
Whatever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says goes
and impregnated. Things happening in Africa is beyond human comprehension. Africa represents darkness, and we Biafrans have come to bring light to it. And that's exactly what we're doing. When Chukwu Abiyama said we should come here thousands of years ago, it was because of Radio Biafra and IPOB. So that we can do exactly what we're doing now. If you're spiritual, you will understand it. That is why they need one Nigeria so they can steal it. They've arrested them, 14 of them. Let me add insult to injury. Because black people are sick in the head. 2 commodities, palm oil and rice, valued at 13.41 billion, have been shipped by importers into Lagos Port Complex in the last 1 week. It was learned by that while some 125,000 metric tons of rice valued at 9.42 billion arrived in 7 vessels at the seaport consortium terminal of the port. 34.450 metric tons of crude palm oil worth 3.78 billion naira. Listen to this stupidity. If you give the farmers in Biafra land 1 billion only, they will give you this palm oil for free. But they deliberately ran down all the industry that I told you before.
Bringing the gospel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the world.
Unless it's pure water in Biafra land. If I tell you now that you have just squandered 3.78 billion naira in importation of palm oil, you won't believe me, but it's here. The same rice, so they imported the same thing from Abakaliki or Adan. Do you see how black people are making black people poor and they're blaming the white man? They're importing palm oil. Manani. Go and give this 1 billion to our mothers. You don't have any problem anymore. As many palm oil you want, we give you. But the wickedness of our Fulani and Yoruba, because they don't have any palm oil, to tell you they are bringing it from Malaysia because it's an Islamic country. So rather than coming to buy the palm oil from our villages, they prefer to import from Islamic country. Have you seen such wickedness before? And you tell me I belong to one Nigeria. You must be mad to say I belong to one Nigeria. Have you not seen what they're doing? So you have 3 billion to spend importing palm oil. Give our farmers only 1 billion and they give you all the oil you need. But they won't do it because the palm oil is being grown in a part of the country where they hate the people. Obama, you're listening. Stop asking me why do I want Biafra to be free. Such nonsense is unobtainable. Unobtainable. You import palm oil, metric tons. Disgraceful, isn't it? The National Judicial Council of the Zoo has rejected the nomination of 2 individuals for appointment as judges of the State High Court. The rejection by the NJC said it was as a result of their poor knowledge of basic law. They don't even know basic law. They want to be judges. So, which school did they go to?
Always know this. Whatever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu
you have
says,
law school, isn't it?
Goes.
They went through law school. They must have been practicing law for many years before they put themselves forward to be named as judges. They are saying here that the National Judicial Council of the Zoo is saying that we interviewed them by a panel constituted for the exact purpose of screening those aspiring to be judges. We found that they lacked knowledge of basic law. And they want to be judges. Oh, dear me. No wonder you have people in detention without trial for. No wonder year after year adjournment. I told you, look at the people that you're relying on to run a decent democratic country. the Almajiri doesn't even know the basic law. They said poor knowledge of basic law. They don't know. And they are judges. Judge Atanda Fatai. In wig and the castle. That nonsense they wear. They look like vulture coming out of a rainstorm. They make me sick. Why Oshibajo cannot be part of security meeting for now? Following disquiet in some quarters over the non-participation of Vice President Yemi Oshibajo at different security meetings held by the terrorist Muhammadu Buhari since assumption of office, it has been gathered on Thursday
bringing the gospel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the world.
It was recalled that on Tuesday, June 2nd, 2015, Buhari met with National Security Advisor Colonel Sambo Dasuki, the Chief of Defense Staff, Alex Bade, Chief of Army Staff, and Chief of Naval Staff. The meeting held at the Defense House in Abuja. Miffed by the development, a number of media houses reported that Sibanjo was locked out of the meeting on the orders of the terrorist, who is Buhari, because he's a terrorist, of course, and that's his official title. 10 days after, the ruling party APC is yet to comment on why Oshibajo did not attend the meeting. Again, on Wednesday, June 10, the terrorist met behind closed doors with NSA, the National Security Advisor, and some security chiefs ahead of Thursday's meeting of Lake Chad Basin Commission in Abuja. Oshibajo was nowhere around the Defense House, the venue of the meeting as well. Speaking on the absence of the Vice President of the zoo, it has been gathered that he was not granted access to such meetings soon. The source is well connected to many security agencies and their top echelons reminded those accusing Buhari of sidelining the Vice President that Oshibajo is a legal luminary, not a security expert. But so the criteria for a whole vice president to attend is that you must have worked in the security services before. This UG black people. Black. Oh, God forbid. So if you're going by people's former, career, Buhari is a terrorist. He sponsored Boko Haram. He's a strong advocate of Sharia. Should he have been in the meeting? The answer is no, of course, because he's a terrorist. They were convening the meeting to try to go against terrorists. So you don't know that a vice president, if he likes, he can be a carpenter. It doesn't matter.
Always
he is
know
privy
this.
And should be privy
Whatever
to every
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says.
Somebody opened their mouth and said he's a lawyer. So how about his title as a vice president? This OG, black people from Africa, I don't know why you exist, honestly speaking. Make me sick. This stupidity, this level of ignorance is beyond me. It's beyond me. Crude oil futures fell on Thursday as the World Bank cut its economic growth forecast, ending a 2-day rally triggered by a sharp U.S. inventory drawdown. In its twice yearly global economic prospects report, the World Bank predicted the global economy will expand by only 2.8%, below its 3% outlook in January, with India recording the largest growth of any of the major economies for the first time ahead of a China that is slowing down. Why is India doing well? And the zoo called Nigeria is not doing well. One is because one set is black, the other is not. It's the truth. The other reason is that in India, you have homogeneous societies predominating, which means the Hindu and the Sikh. Hindu and Sikhism, not Islam. That is why they are doing well. As simple as that. One culture, one people, one destiny. As simple as that. In your own, you have Awasa, you have Al-Majri, you have Islam. On the other side, you have Juju worshippers, idol worshippers,
bringing the gospel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the world.
Going to Babalawo, and then you come to the predominantly Christian Biafra, or those who believe in Chukwukikabiama. You mix everything together. Nobody knows where they're going. That an Awasa man will, out of wickedness, instead of supporting the palm producers in Biafra land, will prefer to go to Far East Asia, to an Islamic country to go and bring in palm oil. Disgraceful indeed. We continue this evening. We are live and direct. This is Radio Biafra in Iguacha. We are on 102.1. Please tell your neighbors, tell everybody who is around you that we are on 102.1. A Washington, D.C. based think tank, Global Financial Integrity, which has former Minister of Finance, Dr. Muzokenji Wala, on his 8-member advisory board, is caught up in a questionable $1.95 million contract awarded to it by Central Bank of the Zoo. Conflict of interest and, of course, fiduciary. Information on the GFI website claims that the organization works to curtail illicit financial flows by producing groundbreaking research, promoting pragmatic policy solutions, and advising governments. Something that my company could have done for free in those days. But it is better to give the contract to a company, a consultancy made up of only white people, because it's credible. You know, black people, if you go to a black government and you say to them, oh, I'm an economic consultant, I do consultancy work, they look at you, you're not white. They won't take you seriously. They go to white people and they give them the money and they eat it and nothing happens. That's why they're saying that Okonjo-Iweala is in trouble, because she's a member of the 8-member advisory board of this very think tank that claims they can save you money.
Always know this. Whatever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says
using this very
goes
think tank of embezzlement. Very sad indeed. Somebody is writing that the Southeast let down Jonathan. Jonathan let down everybody in the Southeast and South-South. Jonathan is an abundant disgrace. And why do they call it Southeast and South-South? Why don't you just say Biafra? Do you see how stupid people are? South-South and Southeast. It has a name. Is Southeast your name? The answer is no. Is South-South your name? The answer is no. Southeast and South-South were names brought by white people. What was your name before the white man came? Biafra. If we are not one people, how come these days South-South and Southeast? It was called Eastern Nigeria before, isn't it? Before they created River State. Because somebody from Ogoniland saw somebody, digging foundation for a new house. Oh, who is digging that foundation? Oh, okay. Don't you know that man from Ungwere? He ran to Yoruba and said, they are dominating me. How are they dominating you? They are building a house near my own. Hi, black people. They make me laugh. Jonathan is a fool. The news is not worth reading. I don't want to get upset this evening. Jonathan let everybody down. I didn't let him down. He's a fool. Boko Haram gunmen killed at least 43 people and burnt down 3 villages in Borno State, according to residents.
Methuselah Podcast,
the latest
bringing
in an
the
episode of
gospel of
attacks by the
Mazi
Islamic
Nnamdi
militant Boko
Kanu
Haram.
to the
Now, the
world.
news of killing of people is so regular and frequent that people no longer care. But I want to remind you that these 43 people killed, they were once human beings like you and me. Today they are dead because they belong to the damn nation called the Zoological Republic. And I have been appealing to you every night. We need weapons, soon I bank it. We need weapons, soon I bank it. How will I will not come. I'm telling you now. Remember, I told those in Ugawasa they will kill you. I told those in Lagos what was going to happen to them. Is it not happening now? I have been warning you. If we do not raise the money to go and buy weapons, you are finished. If you call me, I won't come out. Not when I say I won't come out, you say, oh, he's a coward. He didn't come to lead the army anymore. I cannot lead this army without weapons. I can't. I'm warning you now. If you know what to do, you do it. Boko Haram gunmen, they have killed more people and more will die. Lagos will enjoy 24-hour supply. Welcome to dreamland. People love dreaming. They love to dream. Black people is like going to night vigil and praying for NEPA to bring light, which is not going to happen. The chairman of Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, disclosed plans of his group to supply power to Lagos State through the construction of a gas pipeline. Everything is gas and oil. Dangote is an Awasa man. Dangote, do you have oil and gas in your village? The answer is no. Who owns the oil is in Biafra land. Courtesy of the British, you are now in control. You are now building your own pipeline. Amazing stuff. The statement was made to newsmen during a courtesy visit he made to the governor of Lagos State, Mbode Akinwumi. According to him, there will be a gas pipeline from Bonny in River State. Okay, sorry, Tompolo, you can be the security guard on the pipeline. They are going to build a pipeline from Bonny
in
River State to Lagos.
Whatever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu
and when they build the gas pipeline, then the Yorubas will say later on this year that they have discovered gas and oil in Lagos. And then the militants will be the security guard to make sure oil is flowing to Lagos. In the Ara. Lunatics. Oh, what I see in Biafra land, unbelievable. They said they will have light 24 hours. They are building a gas pipeline from Bonny in Biafra land all the way to Yoruba land, giving Yoruba free gas. Everybody now can ravage the resources in Biafra land in the name of one Nigeria. Let's continue. Senator Oluremi Timumbu, representing Lagos Central in the Senate on Wednesday, refused to shake hands with the Senate President Dr. Bukola Saraki. Oluremi is the wife of the arch thief and criminal extraordinaire. If you want to know who is a thief, you look no further than Tinubu. Tinubu and Babangida don't know who is worse when it comes to stealing. And Babangida has, of course, Yoruba blood in him. So to defraud and to steal comes naturally. The wife is at the Senate. After him, then the wife. After the wife, the son, and then the daughter. Is a political dynasty, royal family. After you, thereby or therefore making a mockery of the whole essence of democracy. After you, your son will go, isn't it? And then it's democracy.
Methuselah Podcast, bringing the gospel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Millions of people are watching that idiot, Theoj. He's running rings around. How many security guards does he have that we cannot go and snuff the life out of that idiot? I can't understand it. How many people are they going to shoot and kill? The policeman shooting knows that we catch him before we kill you. We get your name, and then we take you to your house and you watch us kill your children and your wife. Then in your next life, if they tell you to interfere in a public dispute, you will say no. Theoj, with his band of killers, very few, assassinating people here and there, until they do Biafra came. If they say they're not, mortal, they should go and kill any of us. Then they will see how serious we are. I just want them to try us, to see if they're just talking on radio for nothing. Then an army of over 2 million will descend upon you, and then you will know how serious we are in the area. The wife is there, maybe after the wife, the son, and then the cat and the dog. They will all go there, and you have idiots in Africa saying they are practicing democracy. Lunatics everywhere. In the area and the area Benin. ABU professor has been hacked to death. They thought he's Alamajiri, Boko Haram. The police in Kanu have denied causing the death of a professor at the Ahmadu Bello University in Zaria, Ahmed Falaki. The Assistant Inspector General of the Zoo Police Zone 1 in Kanu, Yobo Muhammad, told journalists on Wednesday that Mr. Falaki was not killed by a gunshot fired by the police, but by a mob action, which was mistaken when he was mistaken for a terrorist. They've killed him. The police have killed him. They're not pinning it on the mob. Mr. Muhammad said that the late scholar was coming back from Bauchi State on a trip and made a stopover to change a deflated tire. He said Mr. Falaki's Toyota Hilux van was then seized at gunpoint by fleeing insurgents. He added that the villagers chasing
always
him
know this.
had mistaken
Whatever
Mr.
Mazi
Falaki for
Nnamdi
one of the
Kanu
terrorists
says.
and killed him.
The
AIG said Mr. Falaki, his brother, and the driver had headed to Fala village, a few meters from where their vehicle was snatched, to seek assistance. He noted that the villagers initially assisted them and called residents of a neighboring village, alerting them of the fleeing insurgents and asking them to block the road. And then the professor was killed. Welcome to the zoo. It won't be complete without a bit of bloodshed here and there. 43 dead here, 50 there, 20, 25, 15. It doesn't really matter. People are dying, and these are black people from Africa, so it doesn't really, nobody gives a damn. Do you care? Of course you don't. You're black. You don't empathize. You don't have sympathy in your soul. You don't ask questions, do you? This UG. Emeritus Archbishop of Catholic Archdiocese of Ibadan, Most Reverend Felix Alaba Job, has advocated the scrapping of security votes for governors and blockage of other sources through which the state resources are being wasted, being stolen. Emeritus Archbishop, whatever useless title that is. I know about emeritus professors in universities. This one is Emeritus Archbishop. What garbage title is that? Nonsense. Anything you hear from a white man, you copy. Emeritus Archbishop. If you are retired, you retire and go and sit down. Having conned people to be worshipping idol for many decades. You go and worship your idol and die and go to hell, which all of you will go to anyway. For worshipping idol when you were here. Exodus chapter 2.
Methuselah Podcast, bringing the gospel
The
of Mazi
officials of the
Nnamdi
Federal
Kanu
Ministry
to the
of Health
world.
yesterday in Abuja prevented police officers from arresting the permanent secretary of the ministry, Linus Awute, and other top officials of the ministry who are said to have been involved in the embezzlement of 1.9 billion Ebola fund stolen by the Health Department permanent secretary. Ndioshi, everybody is a thief. And he will come to the village and he will tell you, this our Nigeria is nice, one Nigeria. Anybody telling you about one Nigeria is a thief and is benefiting from the system. If there is nobody there, kill the person. I'm telling you now. Chukwu Abiyama will not be upset. Anybody that you're debating with, they say, oh, I'm a Nigerian. If you look around, there is nobody around, kill that person. The person is from Satan. The reason why they tell you they are for one Nigeria is because they steal. They are criminals. They are criminals. Everybody is a rogue. The Assistant Inspector General of Police, Zone 2, Joseph Mbo, on Thursday said his men turned down a 50 million naira bribe offered by Bureau de Change operators who duped their clients of 624 million. Who runs Bureau de Change? Awasa people. They stole money and they are bribing the police. And the man said no. Who are these people? Alhaji Yerima Suleiman and Uwem Antia. The suspects had petitioned Buhari requesting investigation into unlawful detention. They stole money, but they are now writing to their fellow Al-Majri, the terrorists in charge. And because the Awasa will be released now, they stole money from people. These are Awasa. Oh, do you have dollar, euro? Criminals. That concludes our news this very evening. We are ending on the very fine note that they have rejected 50 million bribe by the police given by Alamajiri.
Always know this.
Who are thieves?
Whatever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says,
624 million. So they were trying to cut their loss by offering 50 million of that to this man who is a police officer. And he said, no, he won't take it. Now they're writing to Buhari saying, please, fellow Alamajiri, come and save us. And they won't be there for long, will they? The answer is no. This is Radio Biafra that concludes our news this very evening. The time now is approximately, I should say, 16 minutes to 9 p.m. in the evening, and our lines are open. In Iguacha, Onyanoro, if you hear about Radio Biafra on 102.1, go outside now and tell your neighbors as well. Tell them what we are doing. Tell them that we are live and direct. Tell them that Chukwu Okike Abiyama is in heaven presiding over our proceedings here on this very earth. We are live and we are direct. We are live and we are direct, please. Wherever you are at liberty to contact us. You are at liberty to contact us, please. You are at liberty to contact us. Let us proceed. If you call us, we'll take your call. And also, we are on Viber as well. I think it is a good thing that I give you the number once again this evening. It is +44 because we are in the United Kingdom, of course. And our line from Biafra land, the studio line, will also be on as well, should you wish to avail yourself of that. The number to call is +44 78
bringing the gospel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the world.
+44 78 313 08376. That is the number to call. With this number, you can get us on IMO. You can get us on Tango. You can get us also on Viber. And for those of you with very close access on Facebook, you can contact me via that platform as well, should you wish to do so. Especially those of you who are holding high office for us. We need things done as quickly as possible. We need to make sure that we have what it takes to be able to run this very effort that we are making. And we need funds imminently to be able to do our work. We need to be able to get our TV to be working as well. Very, very critical, very, very important. We do all of these things. Very, very important, please, that we do it. This is Radio Biafra. People are calling us also on WhatsApp. If you're calling us on WhatsApp from the zoo, we cannot take your call, please, because the line is not strong enough. The line is not strong enough. Therefore, we cannot take it. We can't take it. Please, very, very important. Very, very critical, please. Very, very critical. We are also on Viber, as I said. If you call us, we'll take your call. If you're calling us on WhatsApp from outside the zoo, we can take your call. Let us go to the phone line and see who is there. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello, Director.
Yes, please.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. What is your name and where are you calling from? The caller on Viber, stay where you are.
Yeah, this is...
Go ahead.
This is Ambrose calling from Italy.
What is the meaning of Ambrose, if I may ask you? What is the meaning of Ambrose? I want to know the meaning of Ambrose. What's the meaning of it? Hello?
Oh.
What is the meaning of Ambrose?
Director, I am not... hello?
I can hear you very well. Ambrose. What is the meaning of Ambrose? I'm asking you. What is the meaning of Ambrose? You said the name is Ambrose. What's the meaning of it?
Yeah.
What is the meaning of Ambrose?
Ambrose, we should leave that for another day to debate. If I have to tell you my native name, probably you will not get it right, because I'm from...
You're from where?
I'm from Edo State.
Give us your full name in Edo language and I'll pronounce it.
Okay. Imadomiyi Ambrose.
Imadomiyi Ambrose, is that correct?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, you are correct.
That is
better.
Correct. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Director. Yeah, I've been wanting to speak to you for a long period of time, and I'm so happy today that I happen to be one of your first callers.
You're very lucky.
Very lucky. Yeah, very, very lucky, of course. Very, very lucky. So I will go straight to the point based on the news analysis that you just given. On the issue of the vice president being excluded or barred, as the case may be, from the national security meeting. Due to your education here on the Radio Biafra, having the teaching us on what it takes to reason. And I think putting reason into action on this matter right now, with the excuses given, I think is far, far, far below expectation. So it's not really something that one has to be sentimental about, but rather I think the nation already is drifting towards an end that is as you have been prescribing, that we have seen here. Because saying that Osibanjo cannot be trusted with information because he was nominated by Tinubu as part of their reason, it is outrageous. I cannot really understand that. That is not an excuse.
It is an impeachable offense. In any part of the world, Buhari will be removed from office. He'll be impeached from office.
Okay. Because the office of the VP, as far as I know, it has nothing to do with the person after he has been appointed. The only area where I think the person of the office of the VP is to be considered is during the process of his being elected or being nominated. You know, when he has already been nominated or elected into the office, as the case may be, his person no longer counts when it comes to national security. His position now becomes what is the evidence that have to make him attend any meeting that the president is qualified to also attend. So, saying that is the reason, for me, it is far behind. If it is far beyond that, there is something fishing underneath. And I know with the kind of person you are, who is well intelligent and source information, in no distant time, we will also get to know the reason, apart from just what you told us. Yes. And another reason again that I see here, which I don't see also as a responsible reason, is that the VPA have to go through kind of a stimulation so that he will be lectured on how to deal and handle operations and all those military stuff. For me, this is a democratic government we are running in Nigeria. If we claim it so, therefore, for the VP to have assumed that position of office, it is already settled that he should begin to also go through that drill, at the same time function as a VP when it comes to any meeting that warrants him to function. What if Osibanjo was the one presented by the APC government, APC party, to run for presidency? Let us assume that he eventually win the presidency if he was the one going for the presidency. Will he now be shut out from the such a high-class national security meeting because he cannot be trusted with information? That is a question. Based on the reasoning you are teaching us on how to reason, this is what I'm reasoning right now.
Of course.
It's a big question for them to answer.
Of course. That is why
Was Jonathan taking through military drill when he assumed the position of the president?
No.
Okay, but he has the capacity and the ability to call for national security meetings, and which he presided over as a president.
Of course he did.
So, my director, I thank you very much for the work you are doing, and I will want to leave the platform here for others to call in so that I won't take much of your time.
Thank you.
I'm so happy today I could reach you. It's a little unfortunate that we are missing out from Barrister Mazi at this moment, because he has the pedigree to analyze news of this nature.
Of course.
Talking from his law level, especially also the law background, especially also with the area of some of the judges that have been sacked in the zoo because of their level of operations and the lack of basic law techniques as you mentioned. So thank you very much, Director, for the good work you are doing. There is a question I will ask you, and I've also asked I've also asked before from the coordinator here in Verona, because I'm calling from Verona, Italy, which is Mr. Festo Suloka. I have asked before, where do the people of Edo State stand in this battle for Biafra? Should Biafra eventually emerge? Or is it that we have to decide where to go? Or are you taking also the gospel to Edo State? Have you consulted us? I mean, when I talk about us, the hierarchy, what are they say about it? Are they in consent, or are they seeing it as a foreign idea? So where do we really stand? Thank you very much, Director.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for calling us all the way from Italy. He's an Edo man. The fact of the matter is this. It is for you to decide. We cannot force you to decide anything. You decide where you want to belong to. But we have a slight problem. Your monarchy is the problem. It's an institution with great tradition, history, flamboyance, and ceremony. I love it very much myself. But Biafra is
Always
going to be a republic.
Whatever
the same way
Mazi
it was
Kanu says,
in times gone by. There will be no king. There will be no Eze. There will be no Igwe. Everybody will be equal. You may have somebody who will be the chairman of the council of elders or whatever, or some kind of a traditional, I don't know, the custodian of the tradition of the people. But there will be no political attachments to that very office, post, or position. That is the problem. We don't bow before people. We only bow before Chukwu Abiyama in heaven. When you see the Oba of Benin, you must curtsy. You must bow. But we don't bow before man. That is the problem we have with them. If you can resolve that problem, then you can come to us. Thank you very much. I have a caller also on Viber. I told them to wait. Let me go to them, please. The caller on Viber, can you hear me?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you. Please, what is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Ikechukwu Mike Okonkwo. I am from Umunnachi in Dunukofia local government of Anambra State.
I love that name, Dunukofia. My goodness me. I love it so much. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Director. I just want to say thank you for all you've been doing for our people. The struggle, we know, is not easy, but we just call to encourage you. I live in Kuwait, and I'm a member of the family. We pray that Chukwu Abiyama will continue to guide and protect you as you carry us to the promised land.
Methuselah Podcast,
Thank
bringing
you,
the gospel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the world.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, my dear brother. Thank you very, very much. Dunukofia. I love that name. Heavenly.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Yeah, there's one other problem. My people in Umunnachi, we find it difficult to receive Radio Biafra. And several times we discussed and they told me they have not been able to get it. Is there any how they can assist us for that area to receive Radio Biafra? They are very eager. They go to war. Some of them go to Okuzo to listen to Radio Biafra, and that is too far for them. If there's anything you can do about it,
we can do something, my dear brother. That is why we say if everybody listening in the diaspora, as always, can pay their monthly dues, there is no need for people to come here to say we need relay station. We'll be doing it. After all, it's from the funds that people give us that we do what we're doing. Today, we have restored the Igwacha today. It cost us a lot of money. People don't understand that. But I hate to come on air all the time to be talking about funding. You know, I don't want our people to think that this thing just is out of miracle. It just falls from heaven. It doesn't. It costs money and people are funding us. We need everybody to dip hands in their pocket to fund us so that everywhere will be covered. That's what we're saying.
Yeah. We are making effort on that. And like I told you, I'm a member of the family. In this case, we are trying to find out what it will cost to get them a relay to that area. I discussed with Chinasa sometime and we made effort.
I told Chinasa, go back to Chinasa. Chinasa will tell you the full amount that we need. He knows the figure very well. Go back to Chinasa. If you give us the funds today, you give us 9 days, we'll have it installed there. As simple as that. Go back to Chinasa. Chinasa knows this very well. Go back to him. I have told him. He should know.
Right.
We said if people can help us to propagate, they should help us to propagate. Nobody can come and say that any of the relay stations in Biafra land that they help to build it. No. People funded it from abroad. It's abroad. It's diaspora that is paying for everything. Diaspora pays for absolutely everything. People at home listening, they hardly contribute to what we are doing because it's a very, very horrendously expensive work that we are doing. We need to equip a relay station. We need to it's too much. I don't want to explain what we do. It's very, very expensive. I don't want us to be coming on air and talking about this. So we can spread this gospel everywhere.
All right. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you, my dear brother. Thank you very much. I'm a Chuku Okike Abiyama, be with you. We are going to the phone line. They cannot allow us to rest. They must come to us. And let us go to them as well, please. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Thank you. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I live in Iguacha. But currently I'm not calling because I'm calling from the US. I came for the conference.
You're calling from the US?
Yes.
Okay.
But I live in Iguacha. I came for the conference here.
Okay, wonderful. And you're listening. Which part of the US are you in? Which state are you in America?
I'm in Atlanta.
In Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
I want to
Methuselah Podcast, bringing the gospel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the world.
I was listening to all the analysis you're doing today.
Oh my goodness, we have lost him. He's calling us from Atlanta, Georgia, and we have lost him. I don't know why that is the case. We've lost him. Let's go to the phone line again. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello, sir.
Yes, please. What is your name and where are you calling from? Yes.
I'm Ikechuku, and I'm calling from Iguacha.
From Iguacha, not Port Harcourt, please. Iguacha is the name. Go ahead. We are listening. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. So I just want to say that I'm very, very much excited with this program. I'm trying to get it through the other frequency, 88.0.
Yes. We are now on 102.1. We are on 102.1.
Okay, sir. So I just want to say that I really I'm really enthusiastic about this PFL thing, and I wish that all could really come together so that we can fight for, because we've really been oppressed by all this zoological Republic of Vietnam, and it will be very, 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 very good for us to come together, no matter where we are from, different parts of the area. That the Fulanis have done a lot of things about us, that change our names from Niger Delta to this and that. All those things are like blunders that our fathers made.
We have lost him. I don't know what is going on. I don't know if they're deliberately cutting calls coming in here or not. I don't know. He's from Iguacha. We are uniting the family of Biafra.
Whatever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu
says. If you know the wrong I did, you tell me. So I apologize. I've apologized to Calabar people for the mistake that I was born Azikiwe did. It's not my fault. But if you see people from Eyoeta's place, you apologize to them. That is how you build strong family. Not on false foundation. If you've offended me, you apologize to me. If I offend you, I apologize to you. We come together. We build one strong, happy family. We move ahead. If you want crude oil every morning as tea, you can go to the well and pick it up and drink. Right now, you can't drink it, can you? Because Lamido Sanusi is there. Because Dangote is there. Things are so bad, they even want to take our oil and gas to Lagos. So Lagos can say they're also oil producing. Please, let's open our eyes. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly, Barreto.
Thank you very much. Please, your name and where you're calling us from?
Yeah, my name is Wonjichi Elijah. That's name. I'm from Born State, from Enyigba local government. But I stay here in Anambra State at Onitsha.
Thank you very much.
So I've been listening to your program all this while. It's not quite long that I joined. It's just last month that I started listening to this station. And since then, I've been enlightened and lost, and I've been so much excited about the things going on. Most times I've been wondering why this country is just like this. But thank God of His truth that God, I don't know that God is really preparing somebody, and the system at which this country and these people can also be made glad again. I am fortunate to be at this Yoruba stage, most of them like Oyo and also Lagos, and have seen the things that is going on, how even the people, the Igbos, so-called Igbos there are living. I wonder whether they think at all. I mean, most times I used to grow annoyance to myself, comparing to what most Igbos are passing through. Yet, they still no find any reason to, come back to their senses. Talk of Lagos, I was so glad to hear the news this evening now that people in Lagos are protesting that both people should go back to their communities and develop or whatever. So I've been in Lagos. I just came down to Onitsha some months ago. So I watched what Igbo people are doing there. In terms of building, you will see person go to it's a water area. You just buy land, start filling that. But your own village, there is no house there. So I don't know how people do reason. None of them used to think whether even the people, their so-called brothers, whether they live fine or not. So I'm so grateful and I'm so glad to hear that Biafra is coming to existence and people's freedom be restored. So I pray that God will strengthen everyone that is involved, even you, because there is no fellowship without the leader and there is no leader without followers. So God will really strengthen you. Continue to strengthen every member of the IPOB and every Biafran members. And so shall it be.
He said,
always know this.
Said, well
whatever
spoken.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says.
Thank you very, very much for that. This is Radio Biafra. We are not only live, we are direct, and Chukwu Okike Abiyama, who happens to be in heaven, is the one presiding over these proceedings that you're witnessing on this very earth. Therefore, go and spread this very gospel. Go and tell friends and family. Go and tell everybody. Go and tell everybody, no matter where they are, that we are very, very serious about the restoration of the kingdom of heaven upon the face of the earth. We speak to you the way we do because we want you to change. For Biafra to become a viable entity, we must be self-critical. Never feel sorry for yourself. If you have behaved like a monkey, you say, my goodness me, this behavior befits a monkey. That way you change. Anytime you keep feeling sorry for yourself, oh, we are human beings now, don't say that.